You're on a hit series called This Is Us. There is lots of crying. For us as well, I'm wondering if you've ever thought about investing in a tissue company.
Call me. Somebody reach out.
Seems like you also have a really strong work ethic.
I do.
Where does it come from?
You know, it's interesting. I don't know if people are sort of, they either are that way or they aren't, or what they're motivated by, but my stepfather actually, begrudgingly, it pissed me off because I would have so many chores, but it really did sort of instill that work ethic and that, okay, these things need to get done in order for me to have fun. And I hated him for it, but I'm glad that he did that.
Did you get allowance?
I was allowed to live there. How about that? Allowance? Absolutely not.
So the chores were just like part
Yeah, that's what you
life.
do. Yes. I know when I hear kids, they're like, where's my $20? I'm like, $20? For what?
All right, so these days you're working hard on a hit TV series, also in movies though. Your new movie is called Breakthrough. Where is it harder to make money, do you think, for you? Like you have to earn a buck. Is it harder in TV or harder in movies?
You know, this is my first leading role in a feature film, so I don't have much experience with that. I think TV is obviously more consistent money.
So you have really an incredible rags to riches story. As a kid, you were growing up in Florida. Your electricity was turned off more than once. There wasn't always enough food to go around. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like to live in a family sort of on the financial edge?
When my parents divorced and my mom was raising us on her own, like she did the best she could. But it was tricky, you know, because there's so much to worry about anyway, but then to put financial burden or the uncertainty of where you're going, you know, if you're going to have dinner, and if you don't have dinner, is your mom going to have enough to eat? You know, like all of those things. And that's not necessarily what you want to be thinking about as a kid. Yeah, it's not easy at all.
What was your first job?
Well, nannying and babysitting, of course. But then my
Traditional first
yes,
job.
Traditional, yes.
Get paid under the table.
Right. But then my first ever job was at McDonald's with my two best friends in Gainesville. I really initially started because I wanted to buy a pair of shoes, and my mom's like, we're not spending $100 on a pair of tennis shoes. I'm like, oh, you might not, but I will. And so I was like, I'm getting a job. So
McDonald's.
Yeah.
And how were they as a first employer? I mean, they've been a first employer for lots of people, and lots of people that have become huge success stories.
Yeah.
Do you remember what you did or how much you got paid?
Of course. I think I was like $4.25 an hour. I think I might have gotten up to like $5.15. I only worked there for a couple of years, but you know, my manager was so awesome, and he was so helpful in the way that he would speak to me or speak to any of the employees, which made me want to work harder for him. And I was like, oh wow, right? You do absolutely get more bees with honey. Yeah, I mean, I typically work the back drive-through.
Okay.
Because I like to chat and talk to people, and I'm very congenial. But it was either that or the front counter, because you know that's you got to be obviously welcoming.
Congenial there as
Congenial
well.
as well.
Drive-through seems challenging to me
It
personally.
is. First of all, you're dealing with all, of course, the personalities, and then making sure that all the orders are correct, taking the money, but then you always have to, we have to wash the dishes too.
There's a lot more going on than
There's
you
so
think.
much going on, guys. Yeah, not easy.
Did you get the shoes?
I did.
You did. So
I did.
You saved up and you bought those shoes.
Oh, I did. $120. Yes, I did.
We know what your best job is because you're living your best life right now. What was your worst job?
You know, worst and great was McDonald's, because here's the thing. You're surrounded by this food you should not be eating, at least for me. And then, you know, you smell like French fries, and it's not really cute when like a really cute guy walks in and you're like all self-conscious. But also, it was hard. It was difficult.
You took a big risk in moving to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
How did you make ends meet there while you were waiting for your big break?
So my manager, who I was represented by from Florida, who discovered me, she said that like 3 months in, she said, your agent needs an assistant. And I was like, okay. Oh, me? I'm like, I don't know how to do that. What? And like, does that mean you don't want me to be an actress and I don't get to pursue what I came here to do? So that happened for 9 years. I took a little detour. I became an assistant, junior agent, and then an agent.
You're very grateful. You're incredibly authentic.
Oh, thanks.
How do you, now that you actually have money, how do you kind of like keep it real though?
It's a very new process for me because I didn't have money to even think about. So now I'm like, okay, how do I do this in the smartest way possible, which is knowing what I have, obviously incoming, outgoing, and if there's any wiggle room, what's important to me. Whether it's taking my family on a trip or making sure that we spend time together, or if I want to buy a new purse, you know, something as materialistic as a purse, you know, but being smart about it. I think that's, because who knows? We don't know if the show's going to last forever. I was broke once. You know what I mean? I don't need to do that again. I'm not really looking, no thanks.
don't want to go back there. Yeah. So you get your weekly, your monthly reports. You look at them. It sounds like you're hands-on.
Oh, yeah.
You're
like, I need to know what's up.
Do you call people and say like, oh, wait, what's
For sure.
This? Okay.
You have to. There were a couple fraudulent charges recently, and I was like, I was not in Indiana. What?
Wait, you had fraudulent charges?
Yes.
Somebody took your credit card?
Yes.
Not just me?
No. I'm a real person too.
When I was doing research to get ready for today, I was super surprised to learn that you had teamed up with Turbo.
Yeah.
The maker of TurboTax and
Yes.
also Mint. And when you think of actresses, you're like, well, you could endorse shampoo products,
Sure.
some sort of beauty thing. Why was it important for you to team up with somebody like them? I mean, what is it about conversations about money that you think are important?
Everything. You know, it's, for me, I was never taught. Well, first of all, I didn't have money, so I didn't know how to even talk about it. When I had my first credit card, it was like a $200 limit. I was like, ooh, I spent so much money on perfume, and I can't even tell you. I didn't even know how the credit card was. I don't even know how it goes. Like, what? Interest rates, what are those? At 18 years old, I'm like, please. Look, I don't have it figured out. I didn't then, I still don't. I'm still figuring it out. And like, let's talk about it, because it's so awkward. It is so awkward to talk about money.
Yeah, why do people find it so hard to talk about money?
I think because it's attached to so much, like status or ego, pride, you know, and you feel like if you're not making money, you're not worthy, or you don't, you know. It's just very awkward. I think it's attached to so many things in our culture, and even especially for women.
Why is it harder for women?
Oh, I think we've been conditioned, you know. We sort of were the folks who waited for our husbands at the door, you know, with a martini in hand, and we didn't have anything for ourselves. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna have this rainy day fund. It's the man takes care of the family. And now that that's completely changed, there's an unconditioned, like we have to uncondition what we believed we should deserve, or we should understand or know about money.
Do you pay any attention to the stock market?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I would sort of like to get into it and to understand it more. It just seems very overwhelming.
I've got a show you can watch. Hello everyone, I'm Jen Rogers in New York. This is the final round. It comes up at 3 o'clock every day on Yahoo Finance.
Okay, perfect.
I'll teach you all about the stock market.
Okay, great.
Quick speed round here.
Yes.
Are you a saver or a spender?
Saver.
Impulse buyer or agonizer?
Agonizer.
Cash or credit?
Oh, a credit.
Check or Venmo?
Venmo.
Do you use Venmo?
I do.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
kind of addictive, right?
It's so convenient.
Cable or cord cutter?
Oh, cable.
If you could design a new $1 bill, who would you put on it?
Oh my gosh.
Your choice.
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
It's a tough one.
Maya Angelou?
Ooh.
I just love her.
Good answer. Keep the penny or get rid of it.
Oh, keep it.
You like change?
I,
Or you just don't like getting rid of it?
I just feel bad for the penny.
What's the last thing you bought that you really needed?
Face wipes. Yeah.
That you didn't need?
Oh, that I didn't need? A new purse. I could afford it, folks. It's fine.
It's totally fine. No, I have zero judgment.
Thank you.